Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We're back at Marshall's and they finally finished this wall. Are you ready? Let's shop. Do you remember the last time we were here? There was a young lady that was like putting this whole wall together. This entire section of my Marshalls did not exist. And I'm so glad that it does now. And it was a coaster frenzy. And you know that I love a coaster. $8 for the bows. Then we have like a little marble set. They all pretty much go for like $8 to, you will see, $10 depending if they are in these little holders, if you will. This one is $12.99. I was very excited. We just saw this little piece the other day, I think at TJ Maxx. The more I looked around, the more coasters I saw. I was just like I said, it's a coaster frenzy. So these are all $10, I noticed. Every time that they're like in a little container like this, except for the marble one that we just saw for $12.99. The rest of these are gonna end up being $10. But as you know, I can't help myself, so I look at the prices every single time. Why? Because you never know. You just never know. $10 for the seashell vibes. This one I actually really liked, but look at it. It's broken. So if you like this one, make sure that you don't grab one that's broken. Then I noticed this guy, $6, little roller pulley, rolling pin. That's what they're called. I thought this cutting board was really nice, or like serving board. The tag was messing with me. $17. I like it, it's different. It wasn't very big. Oh, these balls. Love. $13. That's the small. Medium is $15. And then there's the large. I love the whole like little scalloped edge. They even look nice just nestled together. Largest one is $17. You see that right there? So cute. I got excited when I saw this. Do you see what this is? This is like a fajita plate. You know when you go to Chili's? Does Fridays have fajitas? I'm thinking Chili's. Bennigan's back in the day. Oh my gosh. Do you remember Bennigan's? Do you know? I used to work at Bennigan's in my youth. Anywho, wow, I'm going down a rabbit hole very quickly, as we all know I can do. The fajita, or I guess any Mexican restaurant really. I'm over here trying to think of all these chain restaurants that used to have the fajitas, but really any Mexican restaurant is going to have the fajitas on that really hot fajita plate. Well, they have them at Marshall's if you want to, you know, DIY it for yourself. How cute was that? That little holder just now? That one was really cute. Did you see the brand? The artistic brand, which when it comes to the throw blankets, they do a really good job. Well, they're also doing coasters. This set is so cute. Love. I thought these were nice. They're not actual rattan. It's like that outside material. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, outside compatible, if you will. But they're very nice. And they were like a good quality. This is what's happening with the basket wall. I like those up top. But that's about it. Everything else was pretty basic, you know. Nothing to speak of, really. And then they also have these for $17. This is the larger one of these candle holders. I love the whole hammered vibe. Look at the base, actually. The base is like all irregular too. This is the smaller one. That's actually really nice. Here's what's happening with the small artwork here. Really like this one, though this one was really pretty. And I don't think we've seen this specific one before. $20. I love this one, but I discovered that the ones with the glass are not my friend. And that's a little Monet. The reflection, you know, the reflection, when I got one with the glass on there and I put it on my kitchen counter, here's another Monet, a little bit bigger. It's so pretty. Like, those are really pretty. And I believe it was like $25, maybe $30. But yeah, the reflection just wasn't working for me. So I kind of stay away from the ones that have that glass. It really kind of depends on where you're going to put it. But the actual artwork itself is so pretty. Look at these. What is that, velvet?
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
I was like, are these little peaches? They have that little fuzz going. I think they're little peaches. Very cute. We have this olive tree for $60. These flowers, always so good. They're so pretty. They usually have them in like so many like different color variations. And then the eucalyptus. I have purchased 2 of these bundles in the past couple of months. One I have an actual like in a vase in the bathroom, like on the like sink counter. And the other one is in the shower, like hanging from the shower head. Game changer. If you haven't done that, do it. Like, do the whole like eucalyptus, a big bundle over your shower head. Love. Mr. Damaris was against it at first. When he went into the bathroom, look at this cactus. We had to take a look. I was like, what? What is happening here? Don't see those very often. When he walked into the bathroom and saw like this big eucalyptus bundle in the shower, he was like, nope, absolutely not. He's all about like, you know, he knows something about the aesthetics and the vibes, and he's just like, no, you're taking it too far. What, no, we can't have that in the shower. Well, guess what? He loves it now. He loves it. So just saying, you know, if you want to try it, you might be able to convince your significant other, your husband, wife, what have you. Love these. Yes, brown, the little like ruffles, the print, love. Did you see that they have the lemon ones back? We've seen those before. Here's the other one. I love this one. This one's my favorite. But you can put them to match. Put those 2 different, like, it's like, you know, they're different, but they coordinate. You gotta coordinate. You know, they go together. You can put them to match, as my mother would say. I was just speaking to my mother, actually, before I started doing this voiceover. And I still don't know whether she even knows that I mention her in almost every video in regards to putting it to match. And if you never heard me say that story, her whole theory is, like, if you put on an outfit and you're like, oh, does this go? What do you think? Her whole thing is like, and really, a lot of the times it's referring to herself. She'll be like, oh no, I'm putting it to match. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to go together. It doesn't have to match. You can put it to match. All of this she's saying in Spanish though. So that's why it sounds weird when I say it, because I'm literal translating it in the way she would say it. But that's her whole thing. Hers like, so what? She's like, you put it to match. So there you have it. That is the background story to me always saying, you can put it to match, as my mother would say. Look at this. I was very excited when I saw this. Brooks Brothers. Can I just say that Brooks Brothers is doing it with those Turkish towels, guys? Have you tried them yet? Have you found them? Are you interested? $70 is a king size, but look at it. The whole colorway of it all, love. The stripes, love. You know, this is a good one. But the towels, those towels are amazing. I really, really like them. Like, I cannot speak highly enough. They are very, very good. Everyone else loves them too. Mr. Damaris, little Gabby. That's my daughter. When we do not call her little Gabby, I'm just letting you know. Anywho, I'm going on a tangent. This right here, purchased it. This is now in my living room. So far, it works. It's doing what it needs to do, but we'll see. Like, the jury's still out, but I think it's gonna work out for me in the end. And that was like, hello, green. I told you the other day, I've been seeing them everywhere. Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and here at Marshall's, but Marshall's was finally the one who had the color I was willing to get. And you already know how I feel about the green, so of course, I didn't have to think twice about it. $50 for this quilt. It's very pretty. Here's what's happening with the lamps. They just had this one that was like worth even looking at. It's $30. It's cute. It's not a tiny baby though. You know, it's small, but not a tiny baby. $130 for this guy right here. It's really big. I thought it was different just because it's like we've seen like chairs and couches and whatnot in that material that I'm not even sure what that is because it's not a teddy material. What is that? Velvet? $80 for these desk chairs. You know I love the green. We were just talking about it. And then there's these. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, these are so nice. How much are they? They're $80. I love the navy. I really feel like I'm loving navy for the backyard, you know, for my whole outdoors vibe. But then I started to look at these and was thinking, how comfortable can they really be? It's like a piece of cloth, you know? It's a piece of cloth. And then like there's no cushioning. So I don't know about those, but they're $80. And they also had that lighter color that I just showed. These are pretty sturdy, $100. They're not large. They're kind of small to medium, depending on where you want to use it. But it is solid wood, and they were very sturdy. $200 for this, which by the way, I think is outrageous. I don't think that piece should be $200, but I don't get to make the prices. So there's that. $150 for this one. It does swivel. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And let's keep the party going by clicking on one of these videos right here on the screen. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.